Essential Classroom Technology for Teachers by Andy Richard. Implementation and evaluation of my plan. The implementation part, I plan to share my lesson with my 8th grade app creators class. I created a website to house all the activities for my class that students can reference that I will demonstrate later in my presentation. My evaluation plan, I created both formative and summative assessments that can be found here. And I know if I will be successful in teaching if my audience, if my students are able to create a functioning app that solves a real world problem for them, their family, or the community. My personal and professional goals are to create a authentic real life problem students solve with creating an app, use problem-based learning approach to motivate my students, and utilize free technology resources to enhance my classes. Anticipated challenges that I have, technology issues. Whenever working with technology, there can always be hiccups along the way. The key to overcoming these hiccups is to be super prepared and have multiple unplugged activities for the students to do if the technology fails. Students working in pairs can be an issue as there are sometimes the chance of a free rider. To overcome this, I'll have students use group-based learning. Measures taken to consider all the needs of my audience. I can differentiate my instruction to reach all levels of learners. I can differentiate my instruction for learners with IEPs to have less requirements for their final app. Also, I created a student learning guide, and my plans for differentiated instruction are here. And just some of the highlights of that is for differentiated instruction is grouping. This project is designed to be done in groups of 2, but instructors can make groups of 3 where they see fit. For example, students with special needs could be put with students who will work patiently with them. Online tutorials are available and can be included for the students who need more direct instruction on certain topics. ELL students can use Google Translate to help them translate texts that they don't know. And students with special needs can have extra time to complete projects. A variety of tools are available for presentation creation, including tools like Powtoon and WeVideo. These tools allow students who are unable to successfully present live, create a narrated video to share their work. The course concepts that are applied explain how use technology to support learning in your classroom. The technology I use will be MIT's free App Inventor software to create apps. Students will use student computers and tablets to program and test their apps. Plan for a blog to use in my classroom and describe the benefits and challenges of implementing this tool. I plan on using Twitter as a microblog for my students to post to their online through the process. Also, students can tag famous people in their app to showcase what they have created. I see this as being empowering for students knowing that their app can be used by more than just them. Identify key considerations and strategies for implementing technology in the classroom. To implement technology, I will need the following: computers, tablets, Wi-Fi connectivity, and student Gmail accounts. Plan to adapt current routines or management strategies to include the use of Google Drive and other technologies. I plan to have my students use their Google Drive to be able to share their projects easily with their partners. And the purpose, some adaptations that you could make to include technology-based supports for students with various special needs populations. The differentiation of my class by minimizing the number of requirements that the app will need for them to present. And finally, the plan for evaluation progress of meeting my personal course goals. I've developed a SMART goal to coach my project leads the way students to develop an app that's also a real world problem. It's measurable, as 100% of my students will create an app that either helps them, their family, or their community. Achievable, as I believe all my students can excel in this class and create a functional app. And it's relevant to me because as a business teacher and computer science teacher in our district, we need to continue to offer the newest and best courses for our students to learn in this ever-changing world. And lastly, timely is a 90-day class. Knowledge and skills the learner will gain from the artifact. Key tips for implementing technology in the classroom. According to Edutopia article, How to Integrate Technology, when technology integration in the classroom is seamless and thoughtful, students not only become more engaged, they begin to take control over their learning too. Effective tech integration changes classroom dynamics, encouraging student-centered project-based learning. And the key for me is to develop the tips and tools for implementing technology in the classroom is by going slow and do not overwhelm them with everything that we need to get through right away. I will use the scaffolding approach to build their confidence. Strategies for engaging students of all types of abilities and supporting student achievement. Okay. I'll provide screen casting for all my lessons for students to post to the Google Classroom so that they can use this if they miss class or if they need to look back as an activity for reinforcement. And based off the research from the Golden Rules for engaging students in learning activities, it's important that I make my activities meaningful, foster a sense of competence, provide autonomy support, embrace collaborative learning, establish positive teacher-student relationships, and promote mastery orientations. Ways that technology can be used to support students that receive special needs services. CommonSense.org's article about how to use technology to support ELLs in your classroom highlights 5 ways that support ELLs in my classroom. Look for ELL-friendly supports tools that they are already using. Build basic online resources and productivity tools in their daily routine. Get creative and repurpose a digital storytelling tool. Find tools that specifically address your ELL's needs. Supplement instruction with online learning language tool. I plan to utilize these tools along with the Spanish version of the material that is provided by Project Lead the Way. This can assist with English language learners. If a student needs instructions translated into another language, they can use Google Translate to assist them. The considerations and challenges that are unique to the environment and how they may be addressed. This course will be higher learning and challenges my students. I need to make sure I provide them with all the tools they need to be successful in this class. One of the challenges is make sure all this technology is working properly, as nothing is more frustrating than having to do everything correct only to have a technical error stop you. I plan on overcoming this by working hand in hand with our help desk and have them available on site when I start the class to ensure everything is working properly. Here are my resources. And now I'll demonstrate my website that I built for this class.